Welcome to OFAR. In this tutorial, I'll be guiding you step by step on how to assemble the Slattum bed frame from IKEA. For this build, you'll only need the tools that IKEA provides you with, and maybe an extra person for some of the steps. Before you start the assembly, put the Allen key into the handle like this. The end of the Allen key should be inserted into the number 4 spot on the handle. You'll need the handle to get better leverage, as some of the screws I noticed were hard to screw in. So the first step is to grab the left and right leg and the front of the bed frame. Then grab 4 of these black screws and place the left leg like this. This part of the leg has to be facing outwards, and screw in 2 screws into these 2 holes. Make sure you don't screw them all the way in. Then for the right leg, again, make sure this part of the leg is facing outwards and screw in 2 screws into these 2 holes. And again, make sure you don't screw them all the way in. Now grab the 2 other legs, the headboard, and 4 of these black screws. Then grab the left leg and put it in this orientation. This piece of the leg should be facing outwards, and secure the leg to the headboard using 2 black screws. Make sure you don't screw them all the way in. Now do the same thing for the right leg. Make sure this part of the leg is facing outwards and the 2 screws are not screwed all the way in. Next, grab all these metal pieces and 2 of the long screws. For this assembly, make sure the leg is facing outwards, then put the long middle bar on like this, and then this short bar. Then put the long screw into the hole on top, and secure everything together. Do the same for the other side as well. Then grab the headboard and attach the middle section you just assembled like this. Just make sure you watch your fingers so they don't get pinched. Now attach the front of the bed frame like this. Again, be careful so you don't get pinched when sliding the metal pieces in. Next, grab 4 of these plastic hooks and 4 of these longer silver screws. Then go to the headboard and attach the hooks using the screws into these 2 holes. It's going to look something like this. Just make sure the hooks are facing the headboard. Now go to the front of the bed frame and repeat the same steps for these 2 holes. The only difference is that the hooks will face the front of the bed frame. Next, grab 2 of the side panels and 6 of these screws. It doesn't matter which 2 side panels you choose. Go to the back right side of the bed frame and attach the side panel like this. The furthest holes on the panel should be facing down. Attach the panel to the frame by screwing the screws into these 3 holes. Then do the same for the back left side panel. Now grab 4 of these short screws. You'll be screwing them into these 2 holes on the left side and the right side. Then grab the last 2 side panels and 6 of these screws. Again, attach the front right panel like this, and attach this panel to the bed frame using 3 screws. They'll be going into these 3 holes. Repeat the same step for the front left panel. Again, grab 4 of these small screws, and they'll be screwed into these 2 holes on the left side and the right side. The next step is to tighten the 2 screws for each leg. It's the screws that you left a bit loose in the beginning of this tutorial. Then grab 2 small screws and screw one into the bottom hole of the headboard. Make sure the screws stick out a bit. Now do the same with the other screw, but this time screw it into the bottom hole of the front panel. Again, make sure it sticks out a bit. Next, grab these 3 metal pieces. Put these metal pieces into this orientation. The middle piece should have the middle hole facing down, and each side piece should have this hole at the end facing up. And attach all the pieces of metal together. Then grab 4 plastic hooks and 4 screws. Now attach the 2 hooks using the 2 screws. The screws will be going into the bottom holes, and the hooks will be attached on top facing the ends of the beam. Do the same thing for the other side of the beam. Again, the 2 hooks will be facing the end of the beam. Now grab 2 screws and 2 legs. The 2 screws will be screwed into these 2 holes. It'll look something like this. The legs go underneath the beam, and the screws go in on top. Now simply attach the beam as shown. Then grab 2 small screws and screw them into these 2 holes. Make sure they are screwed in all the way. Then screw these 2 screws all the way in as well. Now grab the cylinder and 1 long screw. The cylinder will be placed in the middle like this, and you'll attach everything together by screwing in the screw. The hole for the screw is located on the bottom. Now grab the slatted bed base. Go to the end of the bed frame and hook the first piece of wood. The slatted bed base should have the concave curve facing down. Then repeat the same step for the other slatted bed base. You should now have a fully assembled Slattum bed frame from IKEA. Hopefully this tutorial helped you out.